Do it, man. Kill it. We're back. We've got two regulars here. Mark Anliker and his Naya Midrange deck. He's been plugging away with this deck for quite some time. And Victor Kurz, who plays a lot of different stuff. Today it's blue-white control. He has played Jeskai in the past, so I'm expecting a good performance here from him. I'm not sure why all these control decks are showing up in our meta. I mean, it's not. I can't remember the last time. I mean, I think it was a Japanese Grand Prix had a control deck into the top 8, but that's a different. They're playing a different format over there, I think. Sometimes I look at their deck list and I'm just like, these guys are on a different level than I am. Or maybe.
They just got control in the top 8.
But what format?
Vegas.
Oh, apparently there was. Apparently I stand corrected. Vegas had a Jeskai control deck in the top 8, so here I am corrected. Still less popular than any number of the awesome aggro decks that are available to us on in this great wide format of Modern. Alright. Pulling up, it looks like, did Victor just copy Hunter's list from last round? He's got an Elspeth, he's got Logic Knot. Those are two cards that I consider to be very, very suspect and specific to, you know, the player. They're like, okay, we're gonna play this card. I love playing locals. I'm not like, I'm not a big fan of like, all right, let's all three of us bring this one deck to the local. I think you should spread decks out across your team and have it, you know, that way you can get feedback on multiple different decks. Whereas collecting a bunch of data about one deck, less interested in that.
Absolutely.
Do you concur with my my testing strategy there?
For testing?
Yeah, so like if you say you got three guys together, and you're like, okay, let's find out which modern deck's the best, and you know you have X weeks, and you're like, okay, we will all play the same deck each week, and then we'll decide at the end of it. That's much worse than let's all play a different deck each week, discuss, refine, play a different deck the next week.
I agree. I don't think either method is good for testing, but
how would you go about it?
I would not do it at a local tournament.
Oh, you'd sit in a dark room?
Yes.
A testing dungeon, if you will.
Pants are optional.
Fantastic.
Teddy Jr. agrees that pants are optional.
Wait, listen, in that case, I will stop wearing pants. I literally hate wearing clothing.
Literally hate.
Like, yeah, if it were socially acceptable to not wear clothing, like if I understand that like I can go to a nudist colony and like be in the nude in the nudist colony, but like you're giving up access to all the other things that you really like.
Right.
Like, I don't know how many Pokestops are in any given nudist colony, but I would want to go to all, you know.
Probably not many.
Right, I want to go to a lot of different Pokestops. So I'm unwilling to give that up. It's a trade-off. But if we were just as a society, like, yeah, this clothing stuff, it's... You really have to do it if you don't want to.
It's the pits.
Alright, so... We're mulliganing to...
4.
Nothing, apparently. 1 to 4.
See, here's the problem. When you quadruple sleeve your deck, it becomes much harder to shuffle efficiently.
Right? And so you get a untrue distribution of cards.
Philly Felipe 4? I'm going with Felipe 4. If that's not your name, it is now. Yeah, that's the other right there.
What's his problem?
He said the guy on the right can't even hold his deck. But he's
Yeah.
clearly on the left.
Yeah, the guy on the left can't even hold his deck. To be fair, the guy on the right cannot probably hold the guy on the left's deck. Victor's only like 5'5". He has small hands.
That's true.
So
Very true.
probably has a difficult time picking that deck up as well. Alright. Going through this big monstrosity of a deck. It's so,
So it's not actually quad sleeved. We've discussed this a couple weeks now, but it's double sleeved. He's got the perfect fits and then the regular sleeves, but then behind every card, he has a token.
so that he doesn't have to play checklist cards. I think it's a BS excuse. I would just change my sleeve or use
Smokes.
The Dragon Shield smokes, and I think Ultra Pro makes something similar.
I think they're just KMC smokes. No, they're Dragon Shield smokes. Does Ultra Pro make something similar?
I think Ultra Pro makes something quite similar.
Huh. Yes, he puts a token card behind each of his cards.
Yeah. It has to be like just a total chore. I switch my cards around between decks too often to do things, silly things of that nature.
I tell you what, if my opponent did this to me and I was feeling particularly trolly, I would call a judge immediately for insufficient randomization.
Oh yeah?
There's no way he's shuffling that sufficiently. Man, this D-sphere is insane.
Yeah, I mean every card Victor's gonna play this game is gonna be insane. He's up 3 cards. We're really 2. We went to 4, and Victor went to 6.
Yeah, the Eclipse sleeves are my jam. I'm waiting for GameSwap Mason to get some more in. It's been weeks.
They will. They'll try. I mean, I think they do their best to get anything they can. And these Eclipse sleeves apparently are in super high demand. I know my buddy was trying to do his battle box in a set of them, and he had to like go deep, like order them from somewhere.
Sure.
On the internet to get them in stock.
He's playing an Anliker.
We asked about what flip cards. He plays Anliker as well as Huntmaster of the Fells. We've seen both of those before.
Okay, so here's an interesting Jace.
Alright, so I'd take Gideon and a land here, personally.
You almost always take the 2. Eclipse sleeves are all over Amazon, but they're also super expensive on Amazon right now.
Yeah. I'm not trying to overpay.
Yeah, this game is definitely over, I agree.
And I think what's going to happen with the Eclipse sleeves is it's going to be just like, do you remember when Dragon Shields used to only come out once every like 6 months? And you just had to buy like a case of them then?
Right.
Or you just weren't going to get them? But now you can like go, I mean, if you go around, you'll find every dealer at every Grand Prix is going to have a full range of the different colors of Dragon Shields, etc. I think the Eclipse sleeves are going to be the same thing. Like once they realize what the demand is, they're going to start printing adequately.
So the in-store clock is running. I don't know what the time on that is. But this is not accurate.
This isn't accurate. I promise you, I will not sit here this long to watch this match. I'll walk away. So did Victor take the 1 card pile there? Is that why Gideon's not in play yet?
He looks like it.
Alright, there's a Loxodon Smiter.
Untap. Looks like we're drawing 1,000,000. 2, 3.
Here's a
And
Crucible
to draw
of the
step
Worlds.
makes 1,000,000. Perfect.
Yep. Roughly 1,000,000 in the grip. And you just jam the Elspeth here, right? Celestial Colonnade, Elspeth, plus her. Good, just come on.
He's thinking long and hard. There it is. Elspeth plus 3 tokens plus Jace. Oh, we have 3 specific tokens we wanted. Okay.
Oh boy, here's another. Here's a Huntmaster of the Fells. Gonna generate a token.
Well, this is what he needs to get back in this game. I don't think it's going to be enough, but...
I think Victor is just going to cast the Supreme Verdict in his hand, then activate Elspeth, and then pass the turn.
Hopefully he activates Jace too.
Sure, you can activate Jace once, I guess.
I would take the 1 here.
Yeah, I don't really care either way, because I'm just so far ahead in the game, I wouldn't even think about it too hard.
Oh, he wants the 2 Ghost Quarters. Got it.
Here's a Ghost Quarter. Here's the Supreme Verdict.
Alright, now he scoops it up. He's seen enough. Perfect. Right. On to game 2.
On to game 2. So, Mark here, in my opinion, should do whatever he can to push his curve low.
I agree.
I think he should take out things like Huntmaster of the Fells and the 4-mana Planeswalkers, and bring in things like all the Loxodon Smiters he might have, Goblin Guides, other things of that nature.
I don't think he has Goblin Guides. I'm going to be real with you.
I'm 1,000% sure he doesn't have Goblin Guides. But he's got that cookie, and now he's got a sideboard plan. I'm sure he's evaluated these control decks and figured out what's good. I mean, Victor probably doesn't even care to sideboard. He's probably like so full up on you know, spot removal for creatures. I saw Blessed Alliance and Detention Sphere. I guess he could take out the Gideons and bring in more Jaces or Supreme Verdicts if he had them.
I think the Gideon's just fine. Like, pumping out a 2/2 every turn is very relevant.
I just think I want to be like, that's not what I want to do on turn 4. I'm much happier to wait until turn 6 and then cast like a big Planeswalker after I've cleared the board once or twice.
Sure, but you could also cast a Gideon on turn 6 and keep counter magic up.
Sure.
Still sideboarding. A little bit of discussion here about
Still cyber. Oh yeah, I mean they're metagaming. I think they're arranging rides to PPTQs that started in mid-July.
Okay.
Also, also, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Also, sharing hot stock tips.
Stock tips.
Which which microbreweries are having events this weekend, that kind of thing. Just BSing about anything.
Do whatever they can to not play a game of Magic.
Yep, anything at all.
I'm going to ask our floor spotter there to give them an angry look for me.
Don't say anything.
You don't have to say anything. Just an angry look.
Stern eye.
Like a scowl.
Like a let's move it. Maybe you can flip the hand in a forward motion.
Yeah, that would be great. Just to kind of pull it along there. Teddy Jr. 11. There'll be a lot of us going to SCG Cincinnati for sure. It's, right around the corner here.
I don't want anybody really talking to me at that event, though. No,
Okay.
I'm kidding. Come up and say hi. Hopefully we'll have some Top Deck Productions t-shirts.
We're not going to have any t-shirts.
We're not?
Why would we have t-shirts? Have you ever seen a
so that people
t-shirt?
can identify us.
Have you ever seen a t-shirt?
I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Check and mate.
Alright. Turn 1 birds, turn 1 ancestral visions. I think so this is the best possible start from both these decks.
I agree.
Let's see who reigns victorious with I mean this is a full-blown fight now.
That's a good 2-drop there. Knight of the Reliquary could generate some advantage if it survives.
Absolutely. And I think the only thing that takes it down from Victor in this situation is a Path to Exile, which in and of itself is a little bit of an advantage.
Certainly.
As it puts Mark on 4 mana on his 3rd turn.
5 mana even if he has land.
Even if he has land.
A second Serum Visions. Nope, just the first Serum Visions. I lied.
Just looking at 2, thinking hard about it.
So both of his lands are fetches. He has another Serum Visions in hand, so he could just fetch and pop it, shuffle things up. Who cares? Oh.
He's gonna take some damage here. That's a move. Okay. Draws the 3rd Serum Visions. There's a Supreme Verdict and a Mana Leak to make decisions about. I like shipping the Mana Leak and putting the Supreme Verdict on top.
Depends on what you're going to do next turn. Yeah, he opts to put both on top.
I think with no spot removal, I think Mark has to press the advantage here. Like I would definitely be attacking. I would get this Knight of the Reliquary up to as many lands as possible.
2.
And still attack with it. I mean, 4 damage is not insignificant.
Going into Baneslayer Angel.
Woo-wee.
That's a big one.
See, I think he's assuming, he's on the same assumption I was, that if Victor doesn't have his Path to Exile, this Baneslayer Angel could.
Yeah, not only that, but this Knight of the Reliquary is a 6/6.
Is it a 6/6 now?
Yeah.
That's so big.
And we know the top card here is going to be Mana Leak. And then Supreme Verdict. So he's going to get 11 damage in on Victor this turn. Assuming nothing else. And Victor's going to have to fetch twice. No, just once. He's got a basic Plains.
Alright. Third, Serum Visions.
2 lands, both on the bottom. Thinking.
Thinking.
Yeah.
He's got his next 3 land drops locked up. So I think he doesn't have to worry too much about things. So let's pull up this Rune Halo. This card has a lot of text. It's kind of worded funny.
We're not pulling up anything.
Okay. I just wasn't sure whether...
Gives him protection from the named card.
Okay, so he can't be attacked by it then?
It can be attacked by it. He can't be dealt damage by it.
I see.
The Halo is on Knight of the Reliquary.
Don't get it twisted, though. He's no angel.
Huh.
Alright.
Yeah, I do think Mark played his second land that turn. Probably not intentionally, but it's still there.
Do you think Mark brought in enchantment removal?
I don't know. I do not know.
So having seen the Detention Sphere as one of the removal spells, like a card like Ray of Revelation.
Probably a Kasali Pride Mage.
Kasali Pride Mage, yeah, that's probably one more likely. In his deck list, could be huge. And in this situation, you could catch that Rune Halo.
Yeah, last turn I think he played the Horizon Canopy and popped it, and then played the Wooded Foothills.
I see. That's unfortunate. We'll go back and make sure, inform him that he did that, and then...
I'm not sure, Tim. Not sure how many lanes Victor plays. I would imagine 24.
I would find him on Facebook and ask.
Yeah. Victor Kurz, his name's right there. Spelled wrong, but it's there.
That's not how he spells it?
Victor? I don't think anybody spells Victor that way.
Oh, sure. Victor was misspelled. I was like, the last name's right. Yeah, so we're looking at a Knight of the Reliquary in hand for Mark.
A bit awkward.
Yep.
Let's see, Serum Visions.
I don't mind the line of just keeping this Wooded Foothills coming in, though. Or not the Wooded Foothills, the Stirring Wildwood, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's a solid play. Gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm wondering if he could build his mana base to include a Raging Ravine, as that's a way more powerful manland. He's going to have him sacrifice an attacking creature. Yep, Mark's just passing. Every turn he passes without committing to the board is another turn in Victor's advantage.
Yeah, I think Victor is heavily favored at this point. Just needs to find the way to win the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good Rune Halo is objectively, like when you think about it in like a big picture kind of way.
Okay.
I mean, it certainly like did its work here in that it saved him 4 or 5 damage. But
yeah, it's just not good. I don't think, especially not in this matchup.
But I don't know. I'm really thinking about like whether or not I would want to play it in a deck. Like would I want to cast Rune Halo for 15 rounds?
So it's very good in particular matchups.
Okay.
This is not one of them.
Okay. Thalia, trying to make it into play. Manly takes care of that. Victor is just hunting for any win condition here.
Yes, it's great versus Valakut decks. It's great versus the ad nauseum decks.
Ooh, yeah.
So Victor goes up to 16, gets 3 1/1s. He's well out of range here. And this is just going to be a matter of cleaning it up.
Yep, here's a Ghost Quarter. Coming in for 1 with the Noble Hierarch. It's a real heads-up play.
Yeah, so it's not going to do anything on the block, and if Victory decides to block and kill it, you get to kill 2 of his guys thanks to Kessig Wolfrun.
Sure. Yep, here's I guess Jace is going to be the weapon of choice this turn. Hushwing Griff.
Solid.
Players can't search libraries, right?
No.
Enter the battlefield triggers don't happen.
There you go.
I knew it was something. I knew it was a hateful. It's not a hate bear.
It's a hate bird.
It's a hate bird. They've been printing those hate birds. Even Mind Sensor, Hushwing Griff.
There's that new one too. Hate birds, not bird.
Bird.deck. If this new standard environment, you could build a catbird deck.
Yeah.
You could be sitting in the catbird seat all tournament long.
Cannot put it on a stick though. What you really want is the old catbird on a stick deck.
What?
The catbird on a stick?
I don't remember that one.
Catbird on a stick. Someone somewhere will get that reference, and their life is now complete. Today is not that day.
Alright, so Victor is facing down a force now.
Yeah.
He's got
a Supreme Verdict in hand.
He's got Supreme Verdict in hand, so you got to see how long it's going to be until he finds it necessary to cast that.
I'm going to Google catbird on a stick just to see if this comes up. I don't know that it will.
Just to see if you're talking about anything that's legitimate or if it's just a hoax.
Oh no, it's legitimate. It's just very obscure.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's way to appeal to our audience that we know is just going to get your crazy obscure references.
It is the first thing that comes up when you Google it.
All right. I'll be sure to not Google it.
Well, I've already Googled it for you, so.
I mean, are you going to drop it into the chat or drop it into my Facebook wall?
I'm just going to show you after this match the excitement of catbird on a stick.
So Mark's out here. If Victor doesn't cast Supreme Verdict, and Mark gets a shot at activating this Kessig Wolfrun for a bunch, which I don't think he will.
No, of course not.
As Victor's cast Supreme Verdict now. Mark with the heads-up play of eating a Blessed Alliance versus a creature. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want Snapcaster Mage to.
Gideon strong here. Let's make an ally.
Yep. So Mark's got 0 cards in hand. Speaks of live top decks. Bonfire of the Damned was one of them.
That is not, oh man, if he bonfires out here,
but Bonfire would have been a sweet card there.
I would be very happy with the Bonfire.
You would have gotten to kill. Can you kill both the Planeswalkers, or do you have to redirect it to one of them?
You just have to redirect to one.
Okay. You would have gotten to kill Gideon and the ally.
Bonfire. Man, Victor showing his hand. Anliker.
Victor, a little bit of BMs there, but whatever.
Yeah. Still had all these.
Well,
so
that
that'll do it.
one was anticlimactic, but we thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, we had a great time here chatting with all of you. Go look up Catbird on a Stick. It's a little bit dated at this point, but it's a hilarious reference.
Check into our Patreon.
I'm gonna need you guys to get that next time I make that reference, so you can all laugh along with me.
I'll be sure to pick up on it.
But yeah, check out the Patreon, donate, do all the good stuff.
If you
give me my money, give me your money.
Yeah, listen. I'll be honest with you guys.
I'll take whoever's money you got. Honestly,
the thing is, we're not going to see any of this money.
You might not.
All right, so I personally am not going to see any of this money, and I think Top Deck Productions is a great thing that you guys should Patreon. So get in there. We'll see you next Tuesday, 6:30. Tomorrow night we're going to have hot standard action.
Yes.
At 6:30, and on Friday there's going to be 2 other gentlemen commentating
for Modern.
The hot Modern action.
So I know on one of the replays today, you guys are making fun of the hipster-looking guy. He is going to be doing commentary tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
His name is Kyle, so feel free to tune in and make fun of him in chat. I'm sure he would be delighted to hear that.
And send him your sassy socialist memes. He'll love it.
Yeah, he loves socialist memes, as most hipsters do. So there you go. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next week.